today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is the National Football League. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, O'Connell on the move to his left. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
O'Connell now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And O'Connell now to throw. He'll nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but no action. Now O'Connell rolling to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, that's caught by his tight end Dawson Knox. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. That time a 6-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Here's O'Connell. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3rd down and 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield,
But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Shakir holds it in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 21 yards away. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, check.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 3rd, O'Connell. They'll roll him out right. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, O'Connell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are back within a score.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, Allen finding Shakir across the formation. Down the left sideline. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Pass on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. Eluding the press. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. Forced out to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down, O'Connell. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Escaping the pressure right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They run it with Jacobs. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Off the play fake. Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
56 to Mike.
Allen. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Carter. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. O'Connell working from the gun. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Running it with Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw here, O'Connell rolling to his right. That one caught by Carter. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10. Chains. Now Allen again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. On the return, Carter. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Off the play fake. O'Connell. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Being chased out left. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they go play action here with O'Connell. Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Racing to the end zone. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
56, Mike, 56.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. So it's Bills football here. As you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Raiders now down 28-21. A minute 51 on the clock. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. O'Connell. Flush to his right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's O'Connell. Such little time remaining, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts, and your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. One make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and, you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
Now it's O'Connell. Escaping. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyrell Dodson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.